Oh my goodness.
1 minute, 45
I
seconds.
am I am live right now back on the Livingston Taylor show. Hi, Livingston Taylor here. I'm checking my watch. Yeah, I've got about a minute to go till it's actually 4 o'clock. But listen, my I'm broadcasting from a remote location. I came down to Florida to Captiva, Sanibel Captiva. That's the order that it should be. Good. My friends are that I'm staying with. Amy and Danny Morgan are reminding me get that in the right order. Sanibel Captiva, on the west side, the southwest corner of Florida, pretty down here, near Naples. When I was younger, it was a little too flat for me. Now I've gotten older and my love of hills is diminished. Not entirely, but a little, just a little. And so, no, it's very, very lovely down here. And not to mention being in the superlative embrace of my friends Danny and Amy. And so this is the first remote broadcast of the Livingston Taylor Show. And yeah, it's fun. The picture behind me, the painting behind me, is by my dear friend Danny Morgan, and this is his guitar collection. He's a wonderful player as well. That said, he's a great player and has guitars. You people out there, I've told you this before, but I'm going to tell you again: do not get 30 guitars and think that makes you a guitar player. Your job is to have one guitar and play it really well. Ooh, here comes the guitar. Now it sounds awfully good at home, but I bring it down to this warm southern air and it just, oh, it mellows right out. And where am I? Oh, yeah. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. Is he wrecking in a boat? Is he crashing in a plane? Does he even understand that the devil loves the rain? Is he casually eccentric or actually insane? What stork brought that brain? It's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. The Livingston Taylor Show coming to you this afternoon, October 20th, 4 o'clock Eastern Standard, no, daylight time still. So that makes me viewable out west at 1 o'clock. Hi, Lauren. I know you're out there. 1 o'clock on the West Coast. Oh, 11 or 12 o'clock in Europe. Boy, do I love having those folks in too. All right. Now, sponsors for the day. Who do we have for sponsors? Oh, this is so nice. Our first and lead sponsor is back for another dose of sponsorship. Let me be mindful about the reflection. You know how my producer back home, normally we use shingles, because we're up in New England and we're building stuff. Well, down here in Florida, we've like the palm motif. And so, of course, we couldn't find anything. So Amy went out and she got some placemats and cut them up and turned them in. Anyhow, our lead sponsor today is the Waldron Law Firm. They're out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And you can see that, waldronlawfirm.com. And what they specialize in is the Waldron Law Firm, of course, specializes in immigration law. And they will give you tutorials on what your interviews are going to be. They will accompany you to your interviews. This is a really caring and full service, and we're all immigrants. We all got here from somewhere except for our beautiful Native Americans, our indigenous population who were maybe enthusiastically and maybe not welcomed us in. Anyhow, Waldron Law Firm, really a wonderful sponsor, and glad to have them again as our lead sponsor. Now, on to our other sponsors, rockthevote.org. By the way, do any of you know that there's an election coming up? Rockthevote.org. South Seas Island Resort on Captiva Island, Florida. South Seas Island Resort. One time, oh God, it had to be 30 years ago. My wife at the time and I were sort of stranded down here. We just come down on a lark, and we basically washed up at South Seas Island Resort on Captiva. And we were treated so beautifully and so graciously by those people. We've come back for many years. It's a terrific organization. And last but not least, Uncle Matt's Organic Orange Juice. Uncle Matt's Organic Orange Juice, Florida grown, and again, the operative being organic. It's a Florida grown. Listen, there are some great orange juices coming in from Central America, from Brazil, but you can't always be sure of that organic nature. And certainly in something like orange juice. It's funny, when I was younger, I didn't pay such attention to those things, but as I've gotten older and, I just do burning daylight here, I feel very good now, and I'd like that to continue. So I must say I like it when I'm drinking organic. All right, let's see, where are we? Oh. If you come down to Sanibel Captiva, you don't have to bring a bike because there are plenty of places that'll rent them to you. There are bike riders all over this place. Anyhow, it reminded me of a song of mine called Bicycle. I ride my bicycle to work each day. It's not so far. It's better for me than my car. I wear a helmet that is made of rigid styrofoam, inspected by a French guy named Guillaume. I don't shift my Shimano gears, I pedal hard and I'm out of here. What glad I am that the coast is clear. Glad I am to be my bicycle and me. Saturdays at 6 a.m. I get up with Bill and Flo in the parking lot of Hojo's west of town. We ride like bikes that cost big bucks. We curse at smelly trucks, mile after mile, till the sun is almost down. What a ride, what a life. Maybe I'm crazy, don't ask my wife. I've been in love with these spinning wheels since I was 3. My bicycle and me. Oh, pedal that bike, don't open that door till I go by. Pedal that bike, that little old lady in the Dodge Diplomat. I don't think she sees me. I hope she don't teach me how to fly. Lycra, it fits really closely to my skin. White to purple is the place it begins. I pad my butt and I'm careful to stay out of ruts. Wrap around sunglasses, I'm an alien. Feel my heart go pit-a-pat. Hello, big hill, goodbye, fat. Life goes by just like that, a 60-something spree. My bicycle, oh, my bicycle. My bicycle and me. My goodness, I'd forgotten how much I enjoy that song. Yeah. Wrap around sunglasses, I'm an alien. Feel my heart go pit-a-pat. Hello, big hill, goodbye, fat. Life goes by just like that. And I noticed down on some lyrics that I put as a reminder, it said a 40-something spray. I had to change that, obviously, to a more current age. Now, let me see. Where am I at this point? I'm sorry. What?
Another song.
Another song, yes. So I was thinking about traveling down here, and by the way, I want to tell all of you who are out there and thinking of traveling. I've done some traveling recently. I mean, this is me really obviously not knowing anything, but it seems very safe. I've got to tell you, there's a lot of responsibility out there. And so when you, for instance, I came to Florida, and I don't know what I was expecting, whether somebody in a big pickup truck with an American flag going, you don't need no mask. And it's just not that way. People are responsible. They're masked. They go into homes and they go into stores and their masks are on and they're being careful. And although COVID rates are increasing and we need to keep our vigilance up, you can travel. You can move around. You can do it and really feel quite safe with it. So come on down. I was thinking about being on the road, and oh God, I was thinking about my first album. So here I am. I'm in Macon, Georgia, right? I'm 19 years old. And I think about that ridiculous song I decided, the song's terrific, but it was ridiculous that a 19-year-old kid, 126 pounds soaking wet, is doing a truck driving song. God, I couldn't drive a tricycle. Well, I pulled out of Pittsburgh, rolling down the eastern seaboard. I got my diesel wound out and running like never before. There's a speed zone ahead, it's alright. Well, I don't see a cop in sight. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Well, it seemed like a year since I kissed my baby goodbye. I could have a lot of women, but I'm not like some other guys. No, I couldn't, by the way. I could find me one to hold me tight, but I could never make believe it's alright. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Now my truck's a little old, but that don't mean she's slow. There's a flame from a stack and her smoke's blowing black as coal. Now my hometown's coming inside, and if you think I'm happy, you're right. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. Six days on the road. What was I thinking? Ah, God. I love being the naivete of youth. Now let me see. Where am I? Oh goodness. Birthdays, birthdays, anniversaries, and Joan Waldron, our lead sponsor today, Waldron Law Firm. Joan Waldron, 1016, it's her birthday. Ellen Emerson Dials. If I'm pronouncing this wrong, will you do me a favor and forgive me? Ellen Emerson Dials' birthday, 1018, 1020. Robin Deschenay, I'm hoping I'm getting that right. 1020, Judith Kim's birthday. 1021, Scott Michelin. Michelin tires, Michelin guide. Who knows? Tim and Diana's 10th anniversary, 1020. Bob and Dave Steinberg's 30th anniversary. I so love it when you people send me these things and ask me to acknowledge these milestones. And oh, look, here's Liv and Gail's 5th anniversary. It was Gail's and my 5th anniversary last Saturday. Boy, you all must agree with me how wonderful it was to have a person to be with in this pandemic. Well, I certainly lucked out having Gail. Now, let's see what we've got. Okay, I'm sending out this for anniversaries, not the least of which is mine and Gail's. Falling in love with you was easy as the day. The down man looked up to see nice things in his way. Falling in love with you was like that first sunrise. Was it in my window, or was it in your eyes? And I called myself and I leapt. Luckily I find that you are the sea around me, and all with me for all time. Falling in love with you was learning how to cry and telling you I'm all alone. Oh, please don't pass me by. Falling in love with you was learning how to see that you are you and I am me, and how fine that can be. And I called myself and darling. Oh, luckily I find that you are the sea around me, and all with me for all with me for all time, all time, for all time. Wow. Yeah. I love that lyric. Falling in love with you was learning how to cry and telling you I'm all alone. Please don't pass me by. I never sing that lyric. And we're talking 45 years that song's been around. I never sing that lyric without it making me cry. God, I love that word. Yeah. Okay, where am I? Come on, I've got a little verklempt here.
Another song.
Another song? Is that what I'm? Is that where I am,
That's
Amy?
where you are. And
Okay.
And you're at good time still.
Oh, I'm in good time. Oh well, no, my other producer, I'm not sure would agree with that, but we'll see. Here's a song down here. I'm sort of in Jimmy Buffettville. Now, Jimmy and I have been friends for a long time. And by the way, don't be fooled. Jimmy Buffett is a real hero of mine. His accomplishments, which he sort of soft pedals around this veneer of warm breezes and palm trees. This is a focused, bright, energized, ferociously curious human being. So I throw this song out by Mac McAnally, who wrote it. Jimmy Buffett had the most successful version of it. And pretty much sums most of us up. In the middle of late last night, I was sitting on the curb. I didn't know what about, but I was feeling quite disturbed. A street sweeper came whistling by. He was bouncing every step. It seemed strange how good he felt. So I asked him while he swept. He said, it's my job to be cleaning up this mess, and that's enough reason to go for me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. I got an uncle, he owns a bank. He's a self-made millionaire. Never had anyone to love, never had no one to care. He always seemed kinda sad to me, so I asked him why that was. And he told me it's because in my contract there's this clause that says it's my job to be worried half to death, and that's the thing people respect in me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. I've been lazy all my life, writing songs and sleeping late. Any manual labor I've done purely by mistake. But if street sweepers can smile, then I've no right to be upset. But sometimes I forget till the lights go down and the stage is set and that song hits home and I feel that sweat. It's my job to be worried. Oh, wait a minute. Dan, do you remember that lyric? It's my job to be different from the rest. And that's enough reason to go for me. It's my job, and without it I'd be less than what I expect to be. You go, Mac McAnally. You write that song, and Jimmy Buffett play it. And what a pleasure that's been. Now, let me see. Upcoming shows. Yes, I'm getting the word. Move it along, LT. Don't get sleepy just because you're comfortable with them doesn't mean that you're not competing with people who really are amped up. Okay, upcoming shows. Friday, 10/23, couple of days. I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to be back in Massachusetts. And in case you're wondering up there, I'm getting tested tomorrow, instant test. I'll get those results. I am not picking up any bugs and bringing them back to the Bay State. It's my promise. And I am going to the Zeterian Drive-In on Friday, 10/23, New Bedford, Mass. Zeterian Drive-In. That'll be fun. We rescheduled that from last week. We got rained out, and that's the way that sort of thing happens. And so we're rescheduled from last week. And on Saturday, 10/24, I'm playing at the Unicorn Theater. By the way, these palm trees are a little... This palm tree. I think we're wrecking the planet with it. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I love these palm trees, and Amy was unbelievable to put them together. We're playing at the Unicorn Theater on Saturday night in Pittsfield, Mass. Pittsfield, Mass. Unicorn Theater. I will see you people at those places, Criterion or Pittsfield, and yeah, it's going to be so nice. You know, I was thinking about a song that I used to sing, written by Bill Withers. And he'd sit back and he'd just say, Grandma's hands clapped in church on Sunday morning. Oh, Grandma's hands played the tambourine so well, and Grandma's hands, they would issue words of warning. She'd say, Liv, don't run so fast. You might fall on a piece of glass, and there might be snakes there in that grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to soothe the unwed mother, and Grandma's hands, they would ache sometimes and swell, and Grandma's hands, they would lift her face and tell her, she'd say, oh, baby, Grandma understands just how much you love that man. Put yourself in Jesus and Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Oh, Grandma's hands, they would ache sometimes and swell, and Grandma's hands, Lord, they really came in handy, she'd say. Had it on spank that boy. What you wanna go do that for? He didn't drop no apple core, but I don't have Grandma anymore. And if I get to heaven, I'll look for Grandma's hands. At Bill Withers. Oh, I'm getting the...
You're over.
I'm over. I'm over my half-hour time. Well, let me again thank my sponsors. The two of you are a little less experienced in the reality, but I do occasionally go a little over. Here's the very good... Oh, no, that's not my... Here are my sponsors.
Here it is.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the update. Our sponsors today, rockthevote.org, South Sea Island Resort, Captiva Island, Florida. Get ready to get there and get real relaxed. Uncle Matt's Organic Orange Juice, Florida's finest, and the organic is such good news, particularly in an orange juice that we're liable to drink copious amounts of. And our head sponsor today, the Waldron Law Firm out of Charlotte, North Carolina, but doing immigration work all over. Call them any of your immigration questions, needs. Thank you, Joan, for that wonderful service. And as for me, I'll be I'll be back in the cold, frozen north, but I'll be missing Sanibel Captiva. I expect we'll do another broadcast from down here at some point or other as the winter goes on. But for now, simply stated, it's the Livingston Taylor Show. It's the Livingston Taylor Show. You never know where it's gonna go. We're out of time, we gotta go. We'll be back next week, I know. Whoa, it's the Livingston Taylor Show. Bye, everybody.